A group of concerned Minnesotans met in Bemidji tonight with lawmakers in order to brainstorm solutions to problems in nature. The environmental listening session included several Republican state representatives in a discussion that tackled a variety of topics. The protection of Minnesota's clean water created a heated debate. Governor Mark Dayton's land buffer legislation, which requires the placement of plants along lakes, streams, and ditches in the state, was at the center of the conversation.
The water-influenced property make up 37% of our parcels in Hubbard County, so it's not the majority of our parcels, but it makes up 60% of our property values, and it brings in 53% of our revenue, tax revenue, to our county.
A lot of people have been doing them voluntarily, but it only takes a few bad actors to foul up the water. You can have 99% of the people doing it right and one person doing it wrong, and you're going to end up with a dirty river. So we need some regulations that force everybody to do the best practice that will keep the rivers clean for everybody.
GOP legislators had pushed against requiring buffers on private land, causing Dayton to back away on that front. And government officials say there are many projects on the way that will keep the effort to keep state waters clean moving.
We have a lot of, especially rural, small communities, that it's very expensive for them to build their new wastewater treatment plants. And I expect that in our bonding bill this year, we're going to have a significant amount of money for that. And we're also going to have, I think, a good amount of money for conservation easements to protect erodible lands along lakes, rivers, and streams, to set aside with conservation practices that'll protect more water. So there's some really good stuff going on.
In new state legislation that passed concerning buffers, individual counties will have control over the placement of land vegetation. Local soil and water conservation districts will be allowed to work with private landowners to help them plan for placing buffers. The DNR will be responsible for mapping buffer placement.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.